This bugger was honking at me. He thought I cannot go faster because I'm on an electric, but we are going fast. We are like 71 kilometers, 73, 4. Let's go the top speed. 76, 78, 79, 80 kilometers per hour, 81. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This time I'm doing an electric. This is something which I have never done, and this is the Hero Vida V1 Pro. This is Hero's first electric scooter, but this is not the first electric scooter in India, and there is a certain degree of sarcasm that is associated with the statement that Hero is making, right? So from the front, as you can see, this has got alloy wheels, runs on tubeless tires, a standard telescopic fork, and this is how the headlight looks like. So right now it's in, so these are the daytime running lights that you are seeing over here. This is the daytime running light, and these on the corners, these are the high beams. This is what the high beam is, right? And then there is another surprise thing which not many people have talked about, is that these panels, the one over here and the one over here, these are actually, storage compartments. You can keep small things. So the way it works is you have this small clip kind of a thing here. You pull it out, and then you have to pull it out from the top over here. This thing will open up, but it's good to see that Hero has given this kind of feature. And this is what the key looks like. Here it is. So with this key you can open the seat. There are two other ways of opening the seat. I'll show it to you in some time. This is for your finding your scooter wherever you have parked it, and this one is for the light that's like the follow me home headlamp, right? So let's quickly turn on the scooters. There is a button over here. You see this lock button. As long as you are holding this key, you can turn it on with this lock button. So I turn it on, you hear that two beep sounds, and this is how it boots up. So this is your dash, how it actually looks after the boot up. You have two batteries in this. I'll show it in some time. So each battery is currently having 61% charge. As you can see, the range right now is 58 kilometers, and we are in eco mode. And let's switch to the next screen. So here it will show all your trip, average speed, odometer, and everything else. Then there is a trip B, the way we have seen it in other two-wheelers, be it the scooters or the bikes. And then this is where you can pair your phone, and you can use the navigation again with this. And here's a small button for settings. This is where you can go and check the display. So you can actually change the way the display is. Right now it is in dark mode. I can do it in light. I can make it auto. Let's keep it in dark. Okay, right now it is auto, right? So if I turn it off from auto, you can see it reduces the brightness, intensity reduces. Let's keep it in auto. Here's the time and date thing. This is where the connection thing will show off, that you have the Wi-Fi and everything else. Then the My Scooter details, you have the sound. If you want to turn it off, you can turn it off. This is the battery level indicator. Then you have this document section. This is again paired with the phone. It will access your documents which are stored via, I think, DigiLocker. That's the app, or there would be any other Parivahan, I suppose. I'm not very sure on this. And this is about what the software update is, what's the current version, disclaimer, everything else, right? Now if you want to go back to home, there is a small home button here. If you touch it, it will go back to your home, and this is how it looks. So let's go back to the default one. And this is one other way of if you want to open the boot. Let me quickly open I'm saying it as boot. Basically it's a seat, right? So if I swipe it up, and unlike traditional scooters, we have to lift the seat from the back. In this one, you have to lift it from the front, right? So you lifted the seat, and this is the kind of boot space you get. You can see this is a full face helmet which is kept in here. Let me remove it and I can show it to you. So yeah, this is a complete full face helmet. That's the boot space that you are seeing. If I keep it back in here, you can still keep some knickknacks on the sides. Another feature that Hero MotoCorp has done is, this rubber padding. This is because if you are keeping your helmet or anything else, it will not scratch the helmet. So this is a very neat looking touch that Hero has given. And this is your battery charger, and this is where the battery goes. So let me keep the charger thing here, and I'll take the key out of this. So the key is located here. If you press this button, you see this? The key will come out. It's all difficult holding the GoPro in one hand and then shooting it. So this is your charging socket. This is where you will plug in, and let's connect it back, and I'll show you the battery compartment as well. So twist the key, it opens, and then you lift it up. So here you have two batteries. Now this is the socket that goes in. You can use it, you can mount it over here, as well as you have sockets on the batteries as well, individual batteries. Again, while closing the seat, you have to hold it from the center, align it to the back this way, and then a gentle press and the seat is locked. Now let me take you through all the buttons that it has. So the standard, let me go from the front. So this is your pass light button. This is the navigation button. It's a four-way navigation, up, down, left, right. As if I press the button down, it goes downwards. If I press it up, it goes upwards, and that's how it works, right? And on this side, this is a push button mechanism for your ignition. So if you press it, it will show the key kill switch is on. Then if I press it again, it will go away. That means the kill switch is off now. This is an SOS button. Again, it will be paired with your phone. You have to save a number on your phone for SOS calls. This is the mode button, which will work only when we are running the scooter, when the scooter is in running mode. So this is how we toggle. This is your cruise control, parking, and the rest of the cruise control buttons are parked over here. This is how it looks from the sides. Again, that's a floorboard. My helmet is kept there just for a reference to make you understand how much space do you have. And this is a small hook where you can, put your luggage bag or whatever. You can hang it with this hook. These are the two buttons. So this is the fast charging socket. I'm sorry, the GoPro is literally struggling with low light, but then yeah, this is the charging socket. And yeah, this is how it looks from the sides. You have the rear alloy wheels. Now this comes in front disc and the rear drum variant. On the other side we have the hub mounted motor. This is how the tail lamp looks like. This looks a little bit finicky, this entire design, this whole curvature thing that the Hero has given. It looks a little finicky, but it works. It's a handsome looking scooter, no worries about that. Okay, so in eco mode, yeah, the initial pickup is a little bit slow. That is definitely something which you will feel if you're coming from an internal combustion scooter. But then yeah, this scooter has one particular feature, that if in case you want to quickly overtake and while you are in eco mode, if you just open the throttle, twist your wrist, this thing will engage sport mode even without you having to press the mode button. You do not have to manually switch. It will automatically go to sports mode for like 30 seconds. And yeah, that gives it enough boost so they can overtake a couple of vehicles. And another thing is that if you let go the throttle after overtaking, even if it is less than 30 seconds, it will automatically come to the eco mode. So that's quite a nifty, handy feature, I would say. And then when you swap the modes from eco to ride, the throttle response definitely gets a little bit more crisp, and this is something where I think I might find myself riding most of the time. And then the sports mode, that is something which is the talking point. So it does not take you to outrageous speeds like the Ather or let's say the Olsa S1 Pro. It does not have any warp mode or anything like that. But then yeah, the sport mode is enough to take you to 80 kilometers per hour. And if you rip it properly, then you can see a speedo indicated top speed of approximately 82 kilometers per hour. And that I think is pretty much a lot. The claimed range by Hero is 160 kilometers IDC. I believe IDC stands for ideal driving conditions, which is never ideal in real life. But then yes, I mean, I would expect that this scooter in economy mode, having ridden at like below 40 kilometers per hour all day long, should ideally return about, let's say, 120, 130 kilometers. Even if it manages to do that, that's pretty healthy range, to be honest. You can remove the battery, one of them. You can take it along with you to whatever restaurant you are going or wherever you are. You can put the particular battery on charge, say you spend like 20 minutes, 30 minutes having your breakfast or whatever. And by that time, this battery would be sufficiently charged, right? And another thing is that even in case if one battery is totally dead, the scooter will still run on the second battery. Then practicality wise, under seat storage is decent enough. As I have shown you in the beginning itself, that you can store a full face helmet. And then this scooter also has a parking mode. Basically, if you twist the throttle towards the front, that will pull the scooter backwards. So it is easy for anyone, especially women, to take it out. And then you have the cruise control thing as well. So keep in mind that cruise control is something, this is not a dynamic or an adaptive cruise control. So basically you set the speed and you take the hand off the throttle. the scooter will keep going at that particular speed, but then the moment you hit the brakes, the cruise control is descending. The suspension on this thing is pretty good. It's very sorted out. I mean, the way, that's something which you would expect from a Hero MotoCorp who have been, you know, making motorcycles and scooters for such a long time. The seat is very comfortable. The overall ergonomics is quite nice. The board, you know, the footboard is completely flat. And overall build quality is quite decent enough. There is not much to complain about. But then, yeah, at certain places, the plastic quality does feel a bit flimsy, a little bit cheap, you know. So quite a good amount of features. Headlight is good overall. You know, riding dynamics, the way the scooter handles, the weight of it, it's all very well done by Hero MotoCorp. That's the reason why they have delayed the launch so much, you know, because they did not want to rush and launch a product that was untested both in terms of software and hardware. So all of those glitches, whatever you have seen in other models, that's something which you will not experience with the product of Hero MotoCorp, because Hero is basically, you know, associated to the word that is reliability. Now, the most important point is, you know, affordability, because that's another point wherein we normally associate Hero MotoCorp with, right? That is one very important point, but then that's not something which is in the favor of the Vida. But yeah, the affordability quotient is something which is definitely missing, and this is actually the most expensive electric scooter that you can buy in India as of today. And then if you compare the price of this scooter compared to, you know, the other scooter that Hero has on offer, let's say the Pleasure Plus or the other scooters that they have, this thing is literally double the cost. So if your commuting distance is low, definitely this is not something for you to consider. I would never recommend somebody considering this if they have a daily commuting distance of like 20-25 kilometers. Let's say if they are doing 1,000 kilometers at the max in a month. But if your commuting distance is quite high, let's say you travel like at least 40-50 kilometers in a day, then in that case, yes, it makes sense for you to go with electric. But still, this much amount of money is something which we have to be little considerate about. Of course, yes, we have the option of taking the battery out and charging it at our workstation itself. That is one flexibility that Hero is offering. So if you have that kind of flexibility at your workplace, then maybe you can consider this scooter, provided that you are running like at least 40-50 kilometers in a day. Then that makes sense. Anything lesser distance that you're covering, I don't think it makes much sense to buy this scooter. So I hope that this video comes out to be of some help. Some of you guys, in case if it does, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and acquaintances, and I'll see you guys again in the next one. Until then, stay safe, ride safe, and God bless you all, my dear friends. Bye-bye.